Once upon a time, there was a great philosopher who had a burning desire to seek enlightenment. His mind was filled with a multitude of questions that kept him up at night, and he was desperate to find the answers. He had heard of the great Buddha and his teachings and decided to seek his wisdom. The philosopher embarked on a long and arduous journey to find Buddha, and after many trials and tribulations, he finally reached his destination. When he saw Buddha, he was filled with awe and respect. He approached him and began to ask him questions, one after the other. Buddha patiently listened to him and then asked him, "Do you really want the answers to your questions? And if you do, are you willing to pay the price?" The philosopher replied, "My entire life, I have been searching for answers. I have received many answers, but every answer has given rise to new questions. What price do you ask of me? I am ready to pay any price to find the answers I seek. I do not want to leave this earth with these questions unanswered." Buddha nodded and said, "Most people want answers, but they are not willing to pay the price. That is the reason I asked you." The philosopher asked, "What is the price I must pay?" Buddha replied, "You must sit in silence for 2 years. Sit near me in complete silence, and when 2 years have passed, I will tell you to ask your questions. At that time, you can ask whatever you want, and I promise to answer everything. I will dispel all doubts. But for 2 years, you must sit completely still and silent." The philosopher was taken aback by this request. How could he sit in silence for 2 whole years? He had never been still for more than a few minutes at a time. But he was determined to find the answers he sought, so he agreed to the terms. Buddha arranged for a small hut for the philosopher to live in, near to him. The philosopher spent his days in silence, sitting still and meditating, as he watched Buddha teach and guide other disciples. He would sometimes hear snippets of Buddha's teachings, and it would fill him with a sense of calm and peace. As days turned into weeks and weeks turned into months, the philosopher found himself slowly becoming more and more calm and centered. His mind became quieter, and he began to see things with more clarity. The more he sat in silence, the more he understood the true nature of his existence. He forgot the track of time because when one's thoughts become slow, they lose awareness of time. But Buddha remembered the exact time. When 2 years had passed, Buddha went to the philosopher and said, "Ask any question. I will answer each and everything as I promised. Do you have something to ask?" The philosopher started laughing and said, "That disciple was right. Now that I have been sitting here for 2 years, I have nothing left to ask. Thanks to your grace, all my answers have come to me." Buddha smiled and said, "I knew this would happen. The answers you seek are within you. All you needed was the right environment to find them." The philosopher was grateful for Buddha's guidance, and he left with a sense of contentment and peace. He had finally found what he had been searching for, and he knew that he would never forget this experience. From that day on, he made it his life's mission to spread Buddha's teachings and help others find the answers they seek within themselves. This is Wonderful Words of Life Motivation. Thanks for watching.